definitely feel his spirit. I always think that he's watch over me and Daria, and if he thinks that I need help, he will. If he thinks that I'm strong enough today, then probably he just smile.
Metro Center in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, filling up on this late November Saturday night for the richest event in figure skating, the $1 million Cotton Incorporated Gold Championship. Gold not only in the prize money, but in the background of each skater. Only the elite need apply. It takes an Olympic gold medal to earn a spot in this event. 3 men and 3 women in singles competition to determine the best of the best in professional skating. Tonight's men's field includes Scott Hamilton, the '84 gold medalist, the master showman who captured the crowd and the judges to win the inaugural gold championship 2 years ago. '88 gold medalist Brian Boitano, whose precision jumps have carried him to the top of the professional skating world, and he is the defending champion in this event. Plus, a man capable of beating both Hamilton and Boitano, '92 gold medalist Viktor Petrenko, the transplanted Ukrainian who, in fact, did defeat Boitano in a competition just a few weeks ago. And awaiting their turn on the ice, a star-studded ladies field as Ekaterina Gordieva, who won 2 Olympic gold medals in pair skating with her late husband Sergei Grinkov, takes the ice for only her 3rd singles competition. But she'll have a tough task in dethroning '92 Olympic gold medalist Kristi Yamaguchi, who is undefeated at this gold championship. And finally, 2-time Olympic gold medalist Katarina Witt, who will unveil 2 brand new programs tonight. And as the men warm up, welcome to Halifax, Tom Hammond joined by Rosalind Sumners, the Olympic silver medalist who takes time off from her skating career to join us tonight in a competition that was supposed to have included Oksana Bayul, but she has suffered a back injury and had to withdraw from this competition. We'll have more on Oksana's condition a little later. But just on a few days' notice, Ekaterina Gordieva, Katya to her friends, was named to replace her in this competition. That's tough enough, just a few days' notice. But what about the transition from pair skating to singles competition?
Tom, it's an unbelievably hard transition, and Katya's handling it with so much strength and such grace. And, you know, it's not only a difficult transition emotionally, but also physically. She doesn't have Sergei's eyes to look into. She doesn't have his hand to hold on to. And the jumps and spins that she is doing on her own, Sergei is usually throwing her and guiding her. This is her 3rd competition. This is the biggest one. The first one was a little tough for her. The second, she was more comfortable, and I've seen her. She's ready. She's going to shine for us tonight.
Well, she'll really have to be at her best because Kristi Yamaguchi is here. Kristi Yamaguchi has won both previous gold championships, and I guess the question that begs to be asked is, can anybody beat her?
I don't know. I travel and I tour with Kristi, and every night she is so consistent. She is tough as nails. She has nerves of steel, and the other 2 girls know this, and that's what gives Kristi an edge. She is really going to be hard to beat.
Well, also joining us in Halifax tonight is Elfie Schlegel. Let's check in with Elfie right now.
Thanks, Tom. I'm actually backstage with a young lady who really needs no introduction, Ekaterina Gordieva. You had very little time, notice, preparation for this competition. Do you feel ready?
I feel very exciting and nervous, and I've been skating, and I saw that Oksana is not feeling well, and I'm very disappointed with this and upset and feel sorry for her, but otherwise I'm very excited that I can skate here.
Now, Katya, you've competed with the other 2 young ladies in this competition already this year. Do you feel that you can beat either one of them tonight?
I don't think about it. I'm just having a chance to skate, and I'm learning. I'm only learning single skating, so nothing.
Now, listen, I know that you're real anxious to get back to your first skate, so we'll let you go. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks.
Tom, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Elfie, as the men continue their warm-up on the ice here in Halifax. Now, the men will be skating first. Scott Hamilton leading off, then Brian Boitano and Viktor Petrenko. Each skater performs 2 programs, the technical, with emphasis on technical merit and athletic ability, and the artistic, emphasis on artistic impression and on creativity, each program counting 50% toward the final score. And the warm-up is complete, and Scott Hamilton will get ready to take the ice. There's Scott, now 38 years old, won the gold medal in '84 in Sarajevo, and he told me yesterday he's sort of in a tug-of-war with himself. He knows deep down it's very difficult for him to win against the younger skaters. That's not his identity anymore. He's an entertainer these days, but when he comes to these competitions, the juices start to flow, and said his win at the gold championship in Edmonton 2 years ago is like a demon because it reminds him that it can happen. And Scott will have for his technical program a rock and roll piece that he did for Stars on Ice, a show routine to which he's added several jumps. He said in practice he was thinking 3 jumps ahead and missing some of them. We'll see how he does.
Double axel, warming him up for the first of his 4 triples, the triple Lutz. Yes, nailed it. He's going to come around now for a triple flip, which is the hardest of his triples.
It appeared he did it with ease. Now here's the showman that we've come to expect from Scott Hamilton, and the fancy footwork too.
Good for him.
And a standing ovation. He just feeds off the crowd, and he gets the evening off to a rousing start.
I'd say a standing ovation is a pretty great start. Well, we know how the crowd felt as they give
Scott Hamilton a standing ovation.
Gentlemen, there's going to be a brief pause
Here's
now.
Scott's triple Lutz.
Judges are
Straight back,
coordinating the scoring standards.
straight up, tight legs.
Judges, remember, will award
Perfect
2 sets of
landing.
marks for the technical
Well, they say
program
Scott
based on
can't
the
jump
maximum
anymore.
of 10.
This is a triple flip Scott missed in the Sarajevo Olympics.
With 60%.
Not this time.
That's based on
Hello.
the degree of difficulty, athletic ability, speed, and strength.
Despite all his experience, Scott says he's nervous before every competition. Didn't look like it there. He looked like he was right on. The crowd showed its approval. What will the judges think? There are 7 judges for this competition, and all of them former skaters or coaches. And there are the list of judges, including Irina Rodnina, the former Olympic pairs gold medalist. Irina Rodnina, a famous name in skating, and being a former pairs champion, I wonder if she might look favorably on Katya Gordieva when she skates tonight. We'll have to see. The judges will give 2 sets of marks, technical and artistic. Perfect score is 10. High and low marks will be dropped, and then the remaining scores totaled up.
Good. Somebody big is on my side today.
And the first one usually takes a while as the judges get the routine down and all the scores correlated. This has got to be a nervous time for you, too, waiting for those
I don't know why I'm
marks.
sitting here. It
And for
really
Brian
doesn't matter.
Boitano, who skates next.
It's actually harder to be the one standing on the ice, keeping the concentration, keeping the focus.
Meantime, for Scott, relief, I'm sure, especially when he talked about how nervous he got. Skating as long as he has been, and 38 years old, you think he wouldn't get the butterflies anymore, but he said he always does.
Nice day. Way to go, eh?
We will have scores, Scott, we promise. A lot easier to sit there having skated well than to sit there having skated poorly.
9.8. 9.9.
And it begins with a 9.8 and a 9.9.
9.9.
Yeah.
9.8. 9.8. 9.8. And 9.8.
So 9.8s mostly across the board. Eliminate a high and low and
Artistic score.
move to the
9.8.
artistic marks.
9.8. 9.9. 9.9.
And again, 9.8s and 9.9s.
9.9 and 9.8.
98.3, the total for Scott Hamilton. And coming up next, Brian Boitano skates an extremely challenging technical program when we return to Halifax.
The Cotton Incorporated Gold Championships are being sponsored in part by Cotton Incorporated. Cotton, the fabric of our lives.
3 years old, and he told me he still can perform all the moves he performed back at the Olympics in '88, though he's mostly exhausted these days with a schedule that would daunt anyone. This technical program, Some of the Heroes, first written by John Williams for NBC's Seoul Olympics in '88.
Opens right off the top with his Tano Lutz. This is Brian's most technical program as a professional skater. You're going to see why right now. Triple axel, double toe.
Yeah, he described this program as jump, 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 maybe his most challenging ever. And about 4 minutes long, huh?
It's 4 minutes long, and it doesn't have a slow part in the middle, which a lot of skaters count on to rest. program, when he looked up with his fists clenched, he wanted that title so bad. He had trained so hard. And here he is, skating just as strong.
And in this program, tracing the Olympic rings in the ice.
Here's the first of the 5 Olympic rings. Inspiring music, inspiring performance, another standing ovation. Well, he said it was so technical, jump, 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 and it appeared that he was up to the task tonight. Here comes the triple Lutz, the Tonneau Lutz, named after him. Straight up, hand over the head in the air. The judges know that that adds extra difficulty to the jump. Huge triple axel double toe. Just once. I want to know what that feels like. Another combination, triple flip double toe. Perfect.
Well, it was difficult to find fault with that performance. We'll see how the judges grade it. And we will remind you that 10 is a perfect score. Is that a 10 performance?
That was definitely a 10 performance.
Victor Petrenko has to follow that. That is a tough act to follow, as they say. Shouldn't take the judges long to make up their mind, at least if I were filling out the form. Technical marks.
9.9.
Starts with a 9.9
9.9.
and continues.
10.
There's the perfect 10.
9.9. 9.9. 9.9.
I think the only reason they held back some 10s is because they know Victor is coming up with 2 triple axels planned in this next program.
And the artistic marks.
9.9. 9.9. 9.8. 9.8.
And a 9.8 on a couple of occasions and another.
9.8.
98.8, which puts him in the lead, passing Scott Hamilton. And he's with Elfie.
Brian Boitano, our defending champion. You said that this program is the most technically challenging program as a professional. How did it fare tonight?
It felt great tonight. It felt like it's never felt in practice. I mean, I really felt like I was taking everything in stride, and everything worked out. I didn't rush anything, and I felt like my feet were really under me.
Your choice of music, you must have been hugely inspired by the Atlanta Games.
Yeah, it's always inspiring to hear Olympic music, but especially since you've been there. So, but the hard part is living up to it.
Coach, what did you think?
I was really pleased with his skating tonight. I think he did the best he could do.
Congratulations, Brian. Tom, back up to you.
All right, Elfie. Brian and Linda Lever is coach. And now Victor Petrenko, third and final for the technical program, the 92 Olympic gold medalist.
Victor Petrenko.
Skating in technical program to Tosca by Puccini, only the third time he's performed it in competition. His wife, Nina, helped build this program. She studied ballet and was very familiar with this music. Sort of a new scruffy look for Victor.
Victor portraying the role of Mario from the opera Tosca. He brings a depth and a passion to this performance. It's a tough place to skate. He knows Scott and Brian have skated perfect. He needs both triple axels, and here's the first one.
Doubled the triple Lutz after having some difficulty earlier with the axle. And
the hardest part right now, when you've made two mistakes, you stepped out the triple axle, didn't do the triple Lutz. He knows he needs that second triple axle. No choice.
The passion is certainly there.
It is, and in a program like this, you can't ever step out of character.
And a generous reaction from the crowd, many standing for Victor as well, but some obvious flaws in his program which will prevent his catching Brian Boitano.
Well, unfortunately, the audience isn't judging tonight. The judges know that he made the mistakes. First one here, the triple axel double toe. Started leaning on the end, couldn't hold on to it. Here's the triple Lutz. Felt like his ankle sort of cranked into the ice and twisted around. He didn't have a nice solid takeoff. And this wasn't even a double, this was just a big single axel.
And by this time, I guess his mind is playing tricks with him, too.
At this point, you want to go back out and do it again.
No restarting, unfortunately, for figure skaters.
Sitting with his coach, Galina Smievskaya, who also coaches Oksana Bayul.
Now the technical marks for Victor Petrenko.
9.7 on the first technical mark.
9.8, 9.8, 9.7, 9.7, 9.7,
Mostly 9.7s.
9.7.
Artistic marks should be higher.
9.8, 10.
After that, a
9.8, 9.8, and 9.9.
97.8, the total for Victor Petrenko. And he's with Elfie.
Victor, some of the scores that we're not used to seeing from you in the technical side of the program. Tell me about a couple of mistakes that you had in this routine.
So, well, probably it wasn't my best day, and I did a couple mistakes. So, but I enjoyed to perform here tonight, and the crowd is great, and I was feeling great. And just didn't work this time. So hopefully next time will be better.
You said when you compete in this championship, you compete against Olympic gold medals. You have to be in Olympic shape. What do you need to do with your artistic program?
Well, actually, I'm in the right direction. You saw I got 110, so if I wouldn't do any mistakes, it would be perfect 10, I guess. So I'm in the right direction.
Good luck with your artistic routine.
Thank you.
Tom, back to you.
All right, Elfie, thank you very much. So Brian Boitano is the leader in the men's technical program, 98.8. Scott Hamilton and Victor Petrenko. And the ladies on the ice for their warm-up. Christy Yamaguchi, the one to beat. Katerina Witt, ready with two brand new programs, and a Katerina Gordieva skating in part to relieve the pain on the death of her husband.
Ocean Spray.
Tom Hammond, Rosalind Sumner's back in Halifax for figure skating's richest event, the total purse worth $1 million US. And it breaks down to $200,000 to the winner, $160 for second and $140 for third. And as the ladies get ready for their technical program, these are your colleagues. Roz, give us sort of a little thumbnail sketch of each, starting with Christy.
Well, I'm looking at these three girls, and I'm looking at 5 Olympic gold medals. Of course, Christy's coming in as the defending champion. Like I said, always consistent, tough as nails, has 4 triples planned. Katerina, 2 weeks ago, came third behind Christy and Katya. She came back fighting. I know this look in Katya's eyes, Katerina's eyes, and when she has it, watch out. And of course, Katya, and 3 days ago in Lake Placid, we held a memorial service commemorating the 1-year anniversary of Sergei's death. The next morning, she was training this program on that very ice.
Her book, My Sergei, A Love Story, currently high on the bestseller list. And Katya skates first, then Katerina, then Christy.
Now the ladies' competition.
Katerina Gordieva, two-time Olympic pairs champion with her husband Sergei Grinkov, now beginning her singles career. And what an emotional moment before this appreciative crowd in Halifax.
her tonight. Triple toe loop. A little two-footed. She just never really got up in the air on that jump. She went on the ice, and I said, Katya, little angels on your feet tonight. And all of us that know her and spend time with her and are blessed with her friendship, she is truly an angel.
Just being here tonight is a triumph of the spirit for Katya Gordieva. She looks so young and so fragile, but believe me, she has a constitution of steel.
Долго думала, на что делать, не делать. Ехала, ехала, ехала. Но обид не думала. Ничего, ничего. Свечи был симпатичный очень. Липчик был ничего.
Helena sits with Katya, who is originally from Russia, now living with her mother and her daughter Daria in Simsbury, Connecticut.
В следующий раз желательно покороче делать. Они тебе болтают, страшное дело, они тебе мешают как-то. Ничего, ты умничка. Красивенькая Жизелечка такая, видишь?
Conversing in Russian.
It's nice for Katya to have Galina here, someone from home that she sees every day on the ice in Simsbury, giving her that added little extra squeeze before she skates.
Katarina Witt getting ready for her technical program. And again on the first skater, Kerry Leach, the referee, is standing up looking over the shoulder of Sergei there as they have some sort of malfunction of the machinery, it looked like. Dick Button in the background, and now they'll get the mark straightened out again. A long wait.
Такая маленькая по телевизору прямо.
Now the technical mark scoring Katerina Gordieva. 9.7. 9.7.
She'd have a problem, remember, and 9.7 is reflecting that.
9.7, 9.7, and 9.6. The artistic marks, 9.8, 9.8, 9.9.
And as expected, artistry marks higher.
9.8, 9.9, and 9.8.
And now Katarina Witt, she'll be 31 years old on December 3rd. her technical program, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, from Evita, sung by Madonna. Only the 5th day to work on this program. The first performance, she portrays a misunderstood woman, not necessarily Evita Peron, but in many ways herself. When she lived in East Germany, she was not allowed to talk to the Western media, so they painted a picture of her of the ice queen, a cold person, and that's not her. A misunderstood woman. That smile tells a story, doesn't it? You know, when she was practicing, that routine is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. She said, can I take a break in the middle? She was running the hills of Halifax to stay in shape. And she was saying yesterday, she said, when you're a young skater, you travel with your coach. When you're an older skater, you travel with your lover. When you're very old, you travel with your physical therapist. The therapist is here, although Kat is not that old.
Here comes the replay of the triple toe. She got a little off balance in the middle of the air. She has not been missing that all week. I think it surprised her a little. There comes the second double axel. She needed it, and she nailed it. Good girl.
The technical marks for Katarina Witt.
Here are the technical marks.
9.8.
Beginning with a 9.8.
9.8. 9.8. 9.8. 9.8. And 9.7.
197, the rest all 9.8s.
9.9. 9.9. 9.8. 9.8. 9.9. 9.8. And 9.8.
98.2, which will move her into first place in front of Ekaterina Gordieva. There's Katya backstage talking to Brian Boitano.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christy
Next, the reigning champion, 25-year-old Christy Yamaguchi. Christy said she went through a time in the past year when she thought, what else can I accomplish? Is the pinnacle of my life already behind me? But motivated to return to competition by the expectations of herself and her fans and the desire to try new programs which bring out different phases of her personality. This is one, a tango.
Solo skater skating to tango music. This is usually for ice dancers. Choreographer Sandra Bezic has stayed very true to the tango dancing.
And there's no wasted motion, no wasted time watching her practice it. Everything seems to be connected from one move to the next. And it really takes stamina, doesn't it?
Well, here comes the first triple Lutz. Oh, she just didn't get high enough in the air. Forward. She has 3 more triples planned. The Lutz is in the past.
Still, you've seen the door open up.
Well, let's see. She needs this triple flip.
Back on track.
I think that might have closed the door. Competitions, stars on ice, endorsements, appearances. It starts to take its toll.
Well, Christy barely seems to be breathing hard after that program, which included 4 triple jumps. And
well, she is down. I watched this girl train, and she's an inspiration. She's going to be a little disappointed with those 2 mistakes, but first time for that program. There's a little wobble on the triple Lutz. She just never got up into the air. She just sort of went across.
Really more than a bobble, too, as she sat down on the ice.
See, we like to come off the ice and think, well, maybe it was just a bobble.
Yeah, I thought I had it.
I thought you did too.
Christy has her coach with her as they await the marks. Here are the technical marks.
The technical marks for Christy Yamaguchi. 9.9.
A 9.9. Is that surprising to you?
A little high for 2 mistakes, but she did have 2 triples and the other girls didn't.
9.9 and 9.8.
So good technical marks for Christy Yamaguchi based on the difficulty of the program.
9.8, 9.9.
Artistic marks.
I actually think these marks should be a little higher. The program wasn't just technically the jumps, but all the connecting footwork, all the dancing. Very hard program.
But at 98.6, it does move her into first place. Let's go to Elfie.
Christy, I guess the obvious question is the trouble with the triple Lutz. It's the jump you've had trouble with this season. What's going on?
I wish I knew, otherwise I'd be landing it. I mean, that one felt really great going up, and I thought I had it and just basically sat down at it on the end. I just have to get it in my mind I'm going to land it.
Good luck with the artistic program. Thanks. Tom?
And there are the standings after the technical program. Christy Yamaguchi is in first place, Katarina Witt and Ekaterina Gordieva. The artistic programs are next, plus what's up with Oksana. We'll take a look at Oksana Bayul and the injury which forced her to withdraw from this competition. Welcome back to Halifax as the Zamboni clears the ice, and seeing that Zamboni machine reminds one of a story concerning Oksana Bayul. After she won her Olympic gold medal, she was given a Zamboni machine as a gift. She took it back to her home rink in Ukraine, where she formerly had to clean the ice herself. Oksana now commands appearance fees of up to $300,000. She was scheduled to be here tonight, but she is not. And the question is, what happened? Oksana Bayul has taken herself from home and coach in Connecticut to Boston to rehabilitate a back injury. If she adheres to her doctor's instructions, she will not jump or compete for another 5 weeks.
This is a serious injury. This is not crying wolf. This young woman has an injury which, if neglected, could become potentially career-threatening.
The injury comes at the height of the skating season. This event, the Gold Championship, is the only head-to-head competition she has scheduled with Christy Yamaguchi all year. In 2 years, she has skated cleanly in competition only once.
Oksana earned her place in this championship, and unfortunately, in the subsequent time, whether it's because of injury or whether it's because of growing and changing weight and all the other things that happen, it hasn't been there.
Yet, the training and competitive edge was there when Oksana became the youngest world champion just 3 years ago. And it was not only her artistry, but her technical ability.
What a performance. She just knocked off every single triple jump. Unbelievable, her first year out to even be thinking about standing on the podium.
Oksana Bayul went from an unknown child without a family to Olympic gold to a 19-year-old millionaire in less than 5 years. While her skating has remained artistic, something is missing.
She had a vitality and effervescence that has kind of been squished a little bit. You know, I think just out of sadness and out of feeling lost, and maybe like nobody really understands her. And I'm not sure anybody really does, but I'd love to see her have that enthusiasm and that vitality and effervescence on the ice, along with her athletic ability, which is or was pretty phenomenal.
Forget you're Olympic champion and world champion. And do like you nobody and start like it was many years ago, start it all over again?
If I got too out of hand at times, of course, my family was the first one to knock me back down to earth and bring me back to reality. And, and unfortunately, Oksana doesn't have that source of family. I know Galina has done amazing things and has been her surrogate mother.
Galina Smeyevskaya took Oksana into her home right before her Olympic fame. Now Galina is coach and surrogate mother. But Oksana has made it clear that she is now in charge of her own life. The skating world awaits the result of Oksana's maturing process. Oksana declined to talk to us for that profile. In fact, she has a busy schedule coming up, a People magazine profile, a book tour, a line of jewelry. It doesn't sound like a skater who is planning on doing a whole lot of skating. Some say she's lost her passion for the sport. What do you think?
Well, it's a clear case of too much, too young. She's 19 years old. She's got millions of dollars. She's got people telling her what she wants to hear. She has no family, like Christy said, and her one chaperone, Galina, she's rebelling against her. Her future's unclear, and the first thing, with all this heady stuff going on at a young age, the first thing to go is your fight and your desire to skate, and it's showing, and her future's very unclear.
So while we don't know what the future holds for Oksana Bayul, we do know what the future holds for us here in Halifax. It's the men's artistic program coming up next. Brian Boitano, the defending champion, is the leader after the technical program.
The Cotton Incorporated Gold Championships are being sponsored in part by Cotton Incorporated. Cotton, the fabric of our lives.
Eastern Standard Time, and the men's artistic program coming up next. Brian Boitano, the leader, after the technical program. And for the artistic, they will skate in reverse order of the standings, which means Victor Petrenko is up first. He'll be skating Have You Ever Really Loved a Woman from the movie Don Juan DeMarco, performed by Canadian Bryan Adams. marks for artistry, and again, the crowd loves it. Barras, did that bobble effectively eliminate him from any chance?
Well, again, the technical side isn't what's being focused on. And again, I think no matter what the judges feel, I think he got the votes of all the female hearts in the building. Here's the triple axel. Just started to lean in the end. Couldn't hang on to the landing. It was tough, though. He tried it.
Mm-hmm. He did go for it. That's pretty much what the body language of Victor was saying. Yeah, at least I gave it a shot. Well, Victor awaits his scores. You can't see him. Scott Hamilton's out on the ice getting ready for his artistic routine, and I predict you will love it. Judges furiously compiling the scores, we assume. And here they are.
Technical marks for Victor Petrenko. 9.8, 9.9, 9.8, 9.8, 9.8, 9.8.
Mostly 9.8s.
9.9. The artistic marks.
And artistically.
9.9, 9.9, 9.9, 9.9, 9.9.
Looks like a consensus is forming.
And 9.9.
98.7 the total for Victor Petrenko.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Scott Hamilton.
Well, while everyone else was doing opera, Scott Hamilton said, if I ever think about it, lock me in a room till I'm better. Well, for the first time, here's an opera program, and he admits this costume is way over the top. Here's opera Scotty style.
They were sitting up there howling. Suits the number.
Scott did disclose that it took longer to get into the costume than it took to skate the program. a comic opera. That one brought the house down.
Well, Scott's philosophy is there are two types of skaters, those who use gimmicks and those who will use gimmicks. And it works for Scott.
You see Scott Hamilton's name on the bill, you know you're going to have a good time. And he was right in it, you know, only a half point behind Brian Boitano, and he's had two excellent skates. Here is Marks. He's got a chance to win this thing.
9.9, 9.8, 9.8, 9.9, 9.9, 9.8, and 9.9.
Yeah, that's not so bad. I feel stupid about it. I'm doing it for you.
10.
There you go. You start with a 10 on the art system. And who could argue?
10, 9.9, 10, 10.
And another standing O for Scott Hamilton. Now Brian Boitano trying to defend his championship, and some work to do, performing Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera, one of his all-time favorites, first performed in 1989. He calls it one of his signatures. Choreographed by Sandra Bezic.
After a program like Scott's, it's a whole different type of energy. You have to bring this audience back down to a completely different emotional level. Like you said, it's a comfortable program for Brian.
I think maybe for the fans too, as they applauded when he began it, so perhaps that will be in his favor as well.
They know this program, and that helps Brian's consistency and confidence. Two solid performances tonight, and I know he's very happy.
No one combines the various aspects of skating better to see what the final results will be. There's a perfect 10. And Scott, with that smile, he knows he's not going to win, but he skated wonderfully. And those marks tell the story for Brian Boitano. Two practically flawless programs. In fact, in the opinion of some judges, it was flawless.
Well, I'm not too sure about that 9.8 in there.
So Brian Boitano has successfully defended his championship, and Scott Hamilton says, what can you do? Brian is with Elfie.
Thanks, Tom. Brian, congratulations, two-time winner of this event. Pretty excited about this program.
I really am. I was really excited about the entire night. I felt like it was a solid night, and I can't ask for anything more.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Tom, back to you.
All right, Elfie, it was a wonderful night of skating, not only from Brian, but from Scott and Victor as well. Well, three skaters left. The women's artistic program. Ekaterina Gordieva in third place after the technical program will skate first.
her.
She skates so joyously, and yet you know her heart must be sad. But the affection, the love that the crowd gives her at this moment is truly something to experience. How good can she be as a single skater, Ross?
Well, I think she just proved it tonight, didn't she? She just seems to float across the ice.
And a little wiggle as she comes off the ice, and I think she's happy with her performance as well.
She's very happy. It's a huge accomplishment to find out just 48 hours ago that she'd be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the technical mark scoring Katerina Gordieva. 9.8, 9.8. 9.8, 9.8, 9.8.
I don't think she even cares about the score. She knows that she accomplished what she intended to do.
The artistic mark, 9.9, 9.9, 9.9, 9.9, 9.9.
Well done, 98.6. Katarina Witt even applauding as she gets ready to skate her artistic program, Sister's Keeper, sung by Susan Berman. In fact, the artist sent this program to Katarina, written for the women of the world who have suffered so much this century, especially in Bosnia. Katarina trying to make a point, send a message.
I am the sister's keeper, first away to the sea. 20,000 women all prisoners of rage in the temple of your body, hidden among the rooms. Keep light with the angels, with the angels, with the angels. I am my sister's keeper, her voice is unseen. Falling from the ceiling, back into her dream.
No one tells the story better on the ice than Katarina. This is her second program that she's dedicated to the people of Sarajevo. Having won her gold medal there, she has so much passion for what's happening on that side of the world. She's showing it here tonight.
Ross, Katarina defeated you by the slimmest of margins, a tenth of a point, and in the Olympics, she took gold, you took silver, and yet you're pretty close.
We've become wonderful friends, and she's taught me so much, and she's inspired me so much, and I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to skate with her and tour with her. why she missed that. She was so strong and solid in the air. She just sort of let the landing go.
Katerina even feeling the emotion of that artistic program. And we'll be back to Halifax with Katerina's scores in just a moment.
The Cotton Incorporated Gold
Artistic program. Technical marks begin with a 9.7.
9.6, 9.8, 9.8.
Not good marks, and you can see Katerina has lost the smile that she had after her first program. And artistically, of course, much higher.
I know she's disappointed in that double axel. She has not been missing any of those this last week.
So one skater remains, and that is the leader after the technical program, Christy Yamaguchi, skating to Trouble from Smokey Joe's Cafe. She said when she first heard the music, it seemed to bring out the aggressive woman that's buried somewhere deep inside her personality.
A little different for Christy. Beautiful triple flip. Only a mistake at this point can hurt Christy.
Was she saying no there with the handshake? No mistakes in this one.
Never hurts to flirt with the judges a little bit.
Spoken like a true veteran.
Well, Christy certainly continues to grow and mature as a performer and a professional skater. She's the only one here tonight doing two completely different programs.
The judges are going to reward her for that.
Well, Christy has never lost at the Cotton Incorporated Gold Championship. Will this be another sweep? We'll return to Halifax for her score, awaiting her marks after her artistic program, and it will likely affirm the fact that she once again will be the Gold Championship winner. Beautiful marks.
Well, she's a beautiful champion, and she really deserves this tonight.
That's the kind of repetition you like. Well, Christy has the hat trick. That's 3 gold championships, 3 times Christy wins, and Elfie Schlegel is with her.
Thanks, Tom. Christy, 3 for 3. How different is this one from your previous 2?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't skate as well as I had hoped on this particular gold championship. I felt prepared, but I think I just was a little lax mentally, so next time.
Well, congratulations. A fantastic program.
Thank you very much.
Tom, back to you.
All right, Elfie, thank you very much. Christy wins again with the Katerina Gordieva finishing 2nd and Katerina Witt winding up 3rd. So here are our winners tonight at the Cotton Incorporated Gold Championships from Halifax. Brian Boitano successfully defending his championship with 2 nearly flawless programs. And once again, the story on the ladies' side was Christy Yamaguchi. She is now 3 for 3. It was a wonderful night of skating in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And for now, Tom Hammond for Rosalind Sumner saying so long from Halifax.